Good, good evening, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good week. For this week's video, this is my response to the prompt, "Waded to a Summer Sea" by the poet Cora Lynn. And if you can see my t-shirt, it gives you a slight hint of where this is heading. The poem begins like this though. Waded to a summer sea. As the morning haze fades over Thira, we spend the day sailing away at sea. The blue skies, crystal blue seas and breeze, endless like the caldera being sailed around. Climbing down the steps one by one for the first dip into the Aegean Sea. In that brief moment, the self-consciousness goes. My shirt does too. Even if I don't take a full swim, it's the first time I felt okay with my body. Wading into the end of summer Aegean Sea, it's become a most treasured memory. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, I have mentioned the Santorini portion of the trip to Greece from 2023 numerous times over the years. But when it came to that prompt, wade into the summer sea, of all the times I've been adjacent to the water, it's the one that comes to mind almost immediately thinking of that prompt. I mean, I've been to places near the sea. Dubrovnik, Nice, Nazaré, Sorrento. To name a few. But all of those, I was still on land. Santorini was the trip where I got the chance to wade into the summer sea. Even though when the trip happened, it was actually early October. So technically, it's early autumn, but during that trip, it was still summer's final swoon. And it was still hanging around by the time the trip to Greece made its way to the Greek islands and concluded in Santorini. And that last day of the trip was the catamaran excursion, which I eagerly anticipated before even completing the booking for the trip, as it was the only excursional being offered. It was one that I didn't have to give a second thought to, saying yes. And that morning, it was a hazy sky outside the front door of the villa, of all the villas in the resort. But thankfully for us, the sky cleared up just in time for us to set sail, just to see the sunshine, the blue skies, the blue seas in all their majestic glory. Add to the fact that we had all the wine and beer we could drink on board, lunch, and time to swim. It was at that first stop where I at least made it down the steps, but I'm not exactly a strong enough swimmer to even attempt swimming in the sea. So I just hung around the back of the boat, and at least got my feet into the Aegean Sea. in that moment, it felt like all the self-consciousness of my and all the issues with my body over the years, none of it actually mattered. There I was, like bare feet, no shirt, just soaking up the sun and the Aegean for all that it was worth. That was pretty much the MO of the day, like no F given, as I lie on the net at the front of the catamaran and just soaked it up. As after 12 days of running around the mainland Greece, the climbs at the Acropolis, at Mycenae, at Delphi, at Kalambaka, then hopping on a plane to fly to Crete, and then dealing with the winds at Spinalonga. It's like, okay, after all that, which was already eventful, it's like, this is my time where I just like take it easy and just like appreciate the moment that I was in, given that 2023, for better and worse, was a year that changed my life in ways that still resonate today. And obviously, I didn't want to fly back to Athens after this, let alone back to New York. Like, if it were me, I wanted to stay in Santorini. Like, seeing the sunrise, opening the door of my villa, like, that alone was worth all the hikes and all the running around that happened to that point. Part of me wishes I could have the chance to explore the Greek islands again, more of them than just Santorini and Crete. Hopefully I'll get the chance to do that again at some point. But for now, I'll always have my photos from that day and that view of the back of the boat, of the Aegean, and a horizon that seemed infinite. It felt like me, honestly, at my most blissful point. And I give it all to like have that one back, or to like find another moment like that to enjoy, as I do every moment that I travel, no matter where I am. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's video. I hope all of you have a wonderful Friday, have an amazing weekend, and I'll talk to you guys again next week. Good night, everybody.